Hello everyone, I hope everybody's doing good. Welcome to part 2 of fixing the oil leak on the 69 Gravely here. First I want to show you, the decals came in the other day. So I put the decal on, this one here. And they're vinyl decals and they seem to be pretty easy to do, so I did it myself. You know, they're vinyl decal and they were pretty easy to work with. Even though I have arthritis and neuropathy, I was able to do it. And I think I got it pretty straight. So, and also, if you watched part 1, I repaired the oil drain plug. I got the nylon gaskets from Advance Auto. And another thing I forgot was I thought it just had a bearing back here on the crank, which it does, and I forgot all about the oil pump cover that has a seal in it. And this is what I found with the seal here. I think you may be able to see it right around in here, that the seal's no good, so it's leaking out of there, you know, down the back of the block there. So that was a pretty bad oil leak there also. The biggest problem was that drain plug gasket. So I put the cardboard under there. Being that I have this off, nothing really leaked out. But I guess when you ran it for a while, it was seeping down the back here. So I called Richard's Lawn and Garden, which thank you to the commenters that suggested calling them for parts. I ordered the seal and the gasket, which is right here. This is the old one, and it's broken here, of course. I ordered it from them, and much to my surprise, it came in 2 days, especially the way the post office system's been working. So I was surprised to see these in 2 days. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to get set up. We're going to knock this seal out, and we're going to put the new one in. Now I don't have the seal and bearing tool. I don't have that. They used to be like a shop tool when I did automotive. You know, the shops used to supply all that stuff, but I'm going to try to do it with a socket, and I'll put a bigger socket on the back here, and hopefully we can knock this seal out and bang in a new one. So let me get set up. Okay, so I put this piece here, the oil pump cover. It's in the vise here. And what I did was I sprayed a little WD-40 in the outer part of the seal. This is the old seal. And the other side too, but I doubt anything got down in there. And I made this contraption here that I'm going to be using. It's a socket with a reducer and a 3/8. This extension here, this 3/8 extension, is usually the extension I use for beating and banging. So let me see. I have to be very careful not to break this housing. Let's see if I can. The heck was that that fell? Something fell. Don't worry about it later. This is not coming out so easy. Let me figure out what's going on here. Okay, so that was the guide pin here on the housing here that fell on the ground. I picked it up. And of course, off camera, it really started to come out from banging this out here. So it's just about out now. It's funny how you shut the camera off and then things start to come together. Okay, so we got that out. And now I'll get set up to where we can bang the new one in, the new seal. And I think I'm going to place this on a block of wood over here, and then we'll reset up the camera. And I'm just going to tap it. I'm going to clean this out real good, spray a little WD in there, and we'll install a new seal. Okay, before I stuck the seal in here, I just put a little oil around here, around the rubber part of the seal, and I slid it onto the crankshaft. I cleaned that surface off real good, and it fits really good. I just gave it a couple of taps just to get it started in here, but I think on this wood here we may have too much bounce. I'm not sure. But like I said, I want to protect this. I don't want to gouge it or damage it in any way. Because I don't know what it would be like to get another one of these covers. So I'm just going to try it this way. And what you want to do is just go around. See, like that. You don't want that to happen. Try it again. Yeah, that's bad. It was nice with that tool when I had the seal and bearing tool. Just takes patience, and you don't want to mess it. I don't want to mess it up. See how far we've gone so far. I think we'll hit it here a little more. You just want to do it gently because you don't want to bend this seal. And then what I'm going to do is I want to get this flush down in here, and then we should be all right. It's almost there. So give it some more taps. Yep, that's perfect. Okay, so I'll show you another problem I ran into. And I ran into this before. One of these holes here is stripped. I don't know which one. But when I was tightening this up, when I was trying to find the oil leak at one point, I don't know how many videos ago that was. What I did was I took a long bolt and I screwed it. If I remember correctly, it will bottom out here, this 1/4-inch bolt. Well, first I put a nut on here, and then I bottomed the bolt out into the casing, and then I took the nut. I held this out here with a socket, and I was able to turn this nut in here to lock it against the casing here, and that worked out pretty good. And I'm pretty sure I have to do that with this one too. So on this assembly, I didn't take the mower deck off, but I'm going to take it off now, so it'll be easier to work on. Taking it apart was no problem. Putting it together, I just want to nose the tractor down and be able to work on it more, comfortably. Okay, so I cleaned everything up, cleaned the cover up real nice, and I placed the gasket on here that I ordered. I put this gear that just floats on here, goes gear to gear here, and I stuck that pin back in here where you saw where it fell out when I was trying to do the seal before. So I stuck that back in there. I got the bolts all ready. I did that nut and bolt thing with the two that are stripped. One was done already, and I did the other one. And let's see what happens here. Stick this back on here. So everything's in there. That gear's in there. Hopefully nothing else strips. I don't know, it's an aluminum case or whatever kind of case this is. Soft metal. I'll put this one back where it originally was. We got this all set up here. Just screw this nut all the way onto the bolt for now. I don't know, I got one bolt here. It's longer than the others. I don't know, I tried the two short ones that I think I took out of there. Yeah, you have to be really careful with these, tightening them up. I'm going to use a 1/4 inch drive. Once I get this all tightened up, I'll tape this up over here, and then I want to paint this back section again with the orange paint. Then I could put the flywheel back on. This is a pull start, so it's got the flywheel, the different flywheels in that. See, this one feels stripped already. This other one here. That's why I use that longer bolt here. These things have always had that problem, I remember. I'm just going to snug them up. I'm not going crazy with this. I don't know if that bottomed out. Might have to put a washer on this 1/4 inch here. Might have to put a washer on it. Tight. That's tight. I remember I used a 3/8 bolt on this. Okay. Okay, that's tight. And I do think that this one tightened up pretty good. So I'm just going to tighten this nut up here. So that's tight. This one here, where I use the longer bolt, I'm going to try to put a small washer on there to try to compensate for the let me see if I can find a washer. I'll be right back. This is gotten to be crazy over here with the hardware. I have to get to Tractor Supply and get some hardware in. I could barely even find a lock washer to put on this bolt here. And I still didn't tidy up yet. Everything's still all over the place from last year. I don't have to tell you guys. You guys know how it is. You guys go through this, I'm sure. Yeah, it looks like that's squashed. Okay. Alright, so that's good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this all up. Let it sit for a while, clean up the mess that I made so far. And then we'll be back. I'll be back with you after I put it back together, or maybe I'll show. Come back to you after I put it together. You guys seen me take these apart before, so and we'll see what happens. And hopefully the oil leak's gone. So I got the whole thing put back together. I had this. I took the mower deck off. I put a pan under there, and I had it facing nose down into the pan. So, of course, it needed oil, so I put 2 quarts of oil in it, and the oil's full, and I'm not getting any oil pressure now. I had it running for less than a minute. I don't know if I should have left it running longer. And I did not try to take the oil cap off while it was running to see if it had pressure. So, I'm going to go ahead and start it up again and take the cap off and see if it has oil pressure that way, or I didn't wait long enough for it to regain oil pressure. Now, I was talking about that little gear that just floats in there. That only goes one way from what I could see, so I put that back in. I'm pretty sure the right way. So, just one thing after another. You fix one thing and then it's something else. So let me see what happens. Okay guys, I tried everything. I tried to loosen the oil lines and tried to bleed them out while I was running. No dice. I mean, I must have spent a half hour to 45 minutes messing around with it, trying to blow air through the system, all kinds of stuff. Then I said to myself, there's one more thing that I'm going to try, and that's going to be it for today. So I took the tractor, I started it up, and I just leaned it back all the way, like this, and let it run. After about a minute, here's what we have. Unbelievable, unbelievable. It's like I thought I was going to have to take the whole thing apart again. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay well, everybody.